Now we're going to take a look at our feed step motor. We can see the feed step motor sits right above our main DC motor, and it has one plug coming from it. The stitch balance on the back is always connected to our feed step motor. This controls the balance of our stitches, either open or two closed. To remove it, first we see that the feed step motor has a bracket, and there is a white zip tie. Cut this white zip tie off, being careful not to cut through the wires. And we're going to remove the 3 wires that run behind it. One is our DC motor, and 2 come from the machine socket. Next we can see that there are 2 screws that are on the feed step motor unit itself. Please remove these screws. Now once you have taken out the second screw, the feed step motor will be loose, but it is still connected. The feed step motor has an arm that runs down and hooks up to a black block with an adjustment screw on it. I'm going to take the machine, put it on its side, and you can see right through the opening between the motor belt and the DC motor that there is a little white arm there. That is held in by a little C-clip. Take a small little flathead and gently take off the C-clip. Once you have taken off the C-clip, very gently slide the arm off of the black block, and you can remove the feed step. Now let's take a look at where the arm was attached to. We can see the black block inside, and we can see that there is a screw on there. The larger screw is for our balance, and when we move that black block, we can see that it's moving our whole feed rock shaft area, the whole feeding system of the machine. It's always important to make sure that area is good. Through the opening on the bottom of the casting, you can see that you have access to the large screw, which is our balance adjustment. Here is a close-up view. It is not necessary to take the covers off if you need to make this adjustment. Turning it to the left, close your stitches, and if you turn it to the right, it opens up the stitches. Now, to get ready to put the feed step motor back in, first we're going to take black block and line it up so that we can put our arm back on. Make sure to take the wires out of the way. Then we're going to put the stitch bounce through the motor belt area, and we're going to line the little white arm up with the black block and slide it on gently. Then we can set the feed step motor into its position. And we're going to take our 2 screws and we're going to start to attach the feed step motor securely to the machine. Now that our feed step motor is secured tightly, we have to go back down to the little white arm. We're going to take our C-clip, and very carefully, we're going to line it up. There's a little groove that the C-clip should fit onto. Unfortunately, I can't do it with my fingers, so I line it up very carefully, and I take my pliers, put one end on the C-clip and the other end on the little black nub hanging out, and I'm going to squeeze it on. And we can see that it is secure. Now we're going to take our wires coming from our machine socket unit and put it behind the bracket that is attached to our feed step motor unit. Next, take the motor one and put it behind the bracket as well. This way we have the 3 groupings of wires together. We're going to take a little white zip tie, wrap it around the wires and the bracket, and we're going to tighten it up. We can see that the wires are secure and safe, and we're going to cut the excess and we've changed our feed motor unit.